All right. I have one more person who has signed up, so I'm gonna leave the door open for a little while, see if she pops in. The roads were iffy in some places, so how's everyone doing today? Good. Any special requests before we get started? Specific aches or pains? No. Okay. Let's start off today on our backs. So find your way there. For my friends at home, I pulled a card for you. This one says, "My happiness is a direct reflection of my level of faith in the universe." So come to your back, stretch out nice and long, reach the arms back, goes forward, take up space. But how many other opportunities do we have during our week to just let ourselves stretch out, giving ourselves as much space as we need? On your next exhale, arms can reach up overhead and hands can come down by our sides. Good. Let both ankles fall to either side. Close the eyes or find a nice soft gaze. And then just come to the breath. Follow your inhale. Feel it traveling down the body. And then follow the exhale back up and out. Before we begin today, I wanted to acknowledge Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and the way that his teachings continue to speak to how we live in our bodies, our communities, and our choices. Dr. King reminded us that the progress happens through continued movement, even when that movement is slow or uncertain. He spoke to the dignity of doing what you can, where you are, with what you have. And that idea really lives with us in our gentle yoga practice. Honoring your own pace is part of the work that we do here. Dr. King also taught that love is an active force. It's expressed through courage, care, and through the willingness to respond rather than react. In yoga, we practice this kind of love inwardly first. We show up for ourselves. We notice sensation in our body. We stay present even when something feels uncomfortable. And we choose patience over forcing our bodies forward. This inner practice shapes how we move through the world and how we move and meet with others. Consider that each breath and each shape that we make today is a small act of participation in something larger. Choosing kindness towards your body supports clarity of the mind. Choosing awareness supports compassion. Dr. King believed that meaningful change is built through everyday actions rooted in conscious and care. Let this practice be one of those actions. As you move yourself gently today, you're cultivating the inner conditions that make understanding and connection possible beyond the mat. In yoga, sometimes we talk about ahimsa, which means nonviolence, and that nonviolence begins internally. When we soften unnecessary tension, when we choose to breathe over resist in our body, when we learn how to remain connected, this kind of presence shapes our character. It influences how we speak, how we listen, and how we stand for what matters. Dr. King's vision of justice was rooted in the same principle. Lasting change arises from clarity of heart and consistency of care. As we move gently today, let each pose be an expression of that attention. Let each breath be a reminder that effort and compassion can coexist within your body. In honoring your own experience with honesty and care, you participate in a practice that extends far beyond the mat into this shared work of living with integrity. Let's place one hand over our heart, one hand over that one, and just feel the heart beating. Notice any sensations that you can pick up here. Good. See if you can allow that breath to get just a little bit longer. Allow the breath to be the thread that connects the body and the mind today. Remember, you are something bigger than just the person on the mat today. You are part of this shared experience of living. When you are ready, let's stretch the arms up and back, reaching the arms long behind you, just taking a big, big stretch. Let's focus on each part of the body. So spread all the fingers and then squeeze the fingers into fists. Spread all the fingers, squeeze the fingers into fists. Make two fists with the hands and then circle around just the wrists. Spread all 10 of the fingers, bend into the elbows so that the arms make your goalpost arms or your cactus arms, and then raise the arms back up overhead. Bend the elbows, come down into cactus arms, or reach the arms up overhead. Bend the elbows and reach up overhead. The last time, bend the elbows into cactus arms, but instead of going up, we're gonna bring the elbows closer together in front of the body. So elbows and hands touch, and then we open the arms out to either side. Elbows touch, and then we open them out to either side. One last time, elbows touch, and then open them out to either side. And then you're gonna keep the elbows bent, but flip the hands so that they're facing down. So kind of like robot arms. And then reach the back of the palms back. We'll rotate the arms down, reach the hands back. One more time, down, reach the hands back. If it's comfortable to keep your arms here, you can, or you can let them come down by your sides. We're gonna bend into our knees and slowly start to windshield wipe the knees from side to side. Gently reawakening each part of the body, moving our bodies today with care and compassion. Nice. Let's walk those feet out a little wider, maybe as wide as your mat. Windshield wipe back and forth. Good. Both knees drop over to one side. Just take a pause here. Just letting that top knee get a little heavier, pushing the bottom knee down. Bring the knees back through center, across the body, all the way over to the other side. Again, just a nice stretch here. Bring the knees back to center and windshield wipe them from side to side. Let's draw those knees in towards the chest. You can wrap your hands around the front of the shins or go behind the back of the knees and rock yourself back and forth. Just massaging out that lower back, loosening up the lower back, the mid back, the upper back. Let's keep the knees drawn in towards our chest, but just start to circle around that right ankle. And then pause, circle around the left ankle. Let's lower the soles of the feet down to our mat. Walk the soles of the feet together. Let both knees open to either side. Arms can be on either side if that's comfortable, or hands can come to the torso. You can walk your heels in closer towards your body. Again, the intention here is just to reawaken the body slowly, taking time to move every single little muscle, every little joint, ligament, tendon. Slowly start to roll our head from side to side. So the chin will come over to one shoulder, roll along the back of your mat. The chin comes to the other shoulder, and just move at the pace that feels right for you here. Allow the back of the body to be heavy. Maybe think about if you were lying in the sand. Think about that imprint that you would leave here. Let's bring the head back to center. We're going to keep our left knee bent, stretch the right leg out long so that the back of the right calf and the heel come to the floor. You can walk your left foot a little closer to that right leg to make your tree pose legs. And then we're going to stretch the branches up and overhead, reach the arms long behind you. First, starting off by just reaching the fingertips back, palms can face towards each other. Allow those shoulder blades to glue to your mat. We're going to grab a hold of the right wrist using the left hand. We're going to lift the neck, chest, and shoulders up and bring them up and over to the left side, and then lower the shoulders, lower the back of the hands, lower the back of the head. Let's go in one layer deeper, or you can stay here. You can bring your left hand to your left hip and then reach that right hand up and over just a little bit further to the left. So almost like if the hand was on the hip, pushing that right hip bone out a little bit deeper, we can stretch a little further up from that right hip bone to the right fingertips. You can reach both hands up overhead so that the hands can connect again. We're going to lift the neck, chest, and shoulders back to center. Stretch the arms long behind us. All right, so you're gonna have to follow the leader on this next thing. We're gonna bend into our right knee so that the right sole of the foot comes flat to the ground with the right knee bent. Now take your left ankle on top of your right knee to make your figure four shape. The arms are still stretching long behind us. That's gonna anchor us to the floor. It's gonna give us almost like an extra limb to press into. We're gonna press into the four corners of our right foot and lift our hips up high while stretching the fingertips long behind us. So we come into a figure four bridge, reaching the arms up and back. Okay, keep that right foot planted, keep the hips lifted, reach the left foot up towards the sky. And then as straight as possible, lower the left heel all the way down to the floor so the left heel connects to your mat, lifting the hips up high. Reaching those arms back, finding that nice lower back bend. Okay, last piece here. We're gonna send that left foot back up towards the sky. bend into the left knee. So both knees are bent, the hips are still lifted, and now walk the soles of the feet closer together. Let the knees open to either side. And then very slowly, one vertebrae at a time, lower the tailbone back down. There might be a little arch in the spine. You can keep that arch if that feels comfortable, lifting the ribs up higher, or if you need to untuck, you can always reset here, just pressing the middle of the back to the floor. When you're ready, we're gonna stretch our left leg out long. Right foot can walk a little closer to that left leg. Arms are still reaching up overhead, or you could always bring the hands behind the back of the head if the shoulders get a little tired here. We're gonna lift the neck, chest, and shoulders up and over to the right side, grabbing a hold of the left wrist using the right hand, bringing the shoulders back down, bringing the back of the head back down. Giving ourselves that nice big side body stretch. Good. When you are ready, let's take that one layer deeper. So maybe taking that right hand to the right hip, left arm reaches up and overhead just a little bit further. Let's reach that right arm back to meet the left. Lift the neck, chest, and shoulders back to center, reaching those arms long behind us. We're gonna plant the right sole of the foot down on, or sorry, we're gonna bend into our left knee, plant the left sole of the foot down on the ground, take the right ankle on top of the left knee to make your figure four shape. And then keeping those arms long behind us, rooting them, anchoring them down into the ground. We're gonna press into all four corners of the left foot and lift the hips up high. Good, so send some of the weight back to the shoulders, back into those hands stretched behind you. Let's reach that right foot up towards the sky and then make a big straight line, lowering that right heel out long in front of you so the right heel can meet the floor. So the right heel, the left foot, and the arms are keeping the body anchored while the hips are still reaching up. Let's keep those hips elevated. Raise that right foot back up towards the sky. Bend into the right knee. Right foot comes down. Walk the feet closer together. And then open the knees to either side, keeping the hips lifted and slowly lower the tailbone back down. So we come into that reclining cobbler's pose. You can keep the arms stretched up overhead, or the hands can come down by our sides. When you are ready, we're going to fold the left knee over the right knee. And then we're going to open both knees out to either side. Fold the right knee over the left knee. Open both knees out to the sides. Arms can stay stretched behind you, or if this is more comfortable with the arms down by the sides, you can open them out to either side, or you can let them hang down by your hips. Good. Being very intentional about the way that we're moving with the body today, moving with kindness, moving with compassion. If we find ourselves up against any challenges within our body, so any resistance, anything that doesn't feel quite right, allowing ourselves to meet ourselves there with breath. Nice. One more time to each side, one knee over the other, and then over to the other side, and then come back to center. Let's draw both knees in towards our chest. We're gonna rock ourselves from side to side just to plant that tailbone back to the floor. And then when you're ready, we're gonna roll our way over onto our right side. Finding our fetal position, supporting our head using that bottom arm. Let's slowly press our way up into a comfortable seated position, whatever comfortable seat is right for you. Good, we made it. Draw the shoulders up towards the ears, roll the shoulders down and back. You can either close your eyes or you can find a nice soft gaze, but just allow yourself to tune into those shoulders. The shoulders tend to be the area that we hold on to a lot of stress and tension. So this is a really good place to inventory, see where you're at today. Start to make those circles even bigger. We're going to bend into our elbows. Our elbows are up to either side. You're just moving around the elbows like the hands on a train or the wheels on a train. Good. Keep making your circles, but stretch the arms out to either side. Circle them around. Big circles or small circles. Be mindful of your neighbor. That's why we took the time to stretch out today so that we can take up as much space as we need to. Okay. Keep bringing the arms down around. And then we're going to lower our left hand down to the floor. Right hand reaches up and over. So you find a big side body stretch. We're going to take that right hand down in front of the body, sweep it across the body until it meets the floor. And then right hand reaches up and over. Sweep the right hand down across the body, hand meets the floor. Opposite arm comes up and over. Yep. And then sweep the arm down around until the hand meets the floor. Good. Go at your own pace. Loosening up that lower back, giving our shoulders that good rotation. Also stretching into the obliques, the sides of the abdominal walls. Okay, next time a hand comes down, lift yourself back upright. Arms are going to extend out to either side. And then instead of going forward, or sorry, instead of going backwards, we're going to go forward. So make your circles forward first. Big circles, take up space, close the eyes, or find a soft gaze. Just allow the body to move organically. Start to make those circles a little smaller. We're going to bend the elbows, hands come in towards the ribs. Make your circles with just your elbows. And then hands come to the top of the knees or thighs. Shrug the shoulders down around in a circle. Good. Go ahead and pause. Roll the shoulders down and back one more time, just so that we can leave off with a nice open heart, lifting up tall. Draw in a big breath in through the nose. Long breath out of the mouth. Good. One more time for ourselves. Big breath in and out. Nice. When you're ready, we're going to drop the chin in towards the chest. Again, optional here. Either eyes are closed, soft gaze, or open. We're going to roll the right ear over towards the right shoulder. Drop the chin in towards the chest. Sweep across the left ear to left shoulder. Draw a semicircle from side to side, chin to shoulder, across the collarbones, chin to shoulder. Let's go a little deeper into that neck. So right ear comes over to the right shoulder. Reach the left fingertips down towards the ground. Keep the spine nice and tall so that you can keep that stretch along the left side of the neck. And then we'll take our right hand up and over to the left temple. You're not pushing down with the hand, but the weight of that right elbow will peel open the left side of the neck. Let's just hold here for maybe like 30 seconds. So that should be maybe 2 rounds of breath. Then release the right hand down. Bring both hands back to the knees. Drop the chin in towards the chest. Roll the left ear over to the left shoulder. Keep the spine tall. Reach the right hand down to the floor. Left hand comes up and over to that right temple. Peel open the right side of the neck. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Good. Take the hand off the head. Bring both hands to the knees. Drop the chin in towards the chest. Let's lift the chin, lift the nose right up towards the sky. Stretch through the front of the throat. Good. And then we'll bring our head back to center. When you're ready, you can blink open your eyes if they're closed. We're going to bring our arms down, around, up overhead. Reach up nice and tall, and then flip the palms. Push the air away. Hands come down on either side. Inhale, down, around, up. Exhale, push the air away on either side. Last one, inhale down, around, up, and then flip the palms so that they're facing forward. We're taking a bow towards ourselves. Dropping the chin in towards the chest, letting those shoulders soften and relax. This bow is for showing up for yourself today. Knowing that your choice to show up today influences all of the actions that you do today, all of the people that you interact with. Think about how this one little drop of water ripples out into all of the other interactions that you have, and then all of those people have. Let's walk both hands over to the right side. Walk the hands around through center all the way over to the left side. Walk the hands around through center. Crawl the fingertips to the front of the room. So reach out a little bit longer. Allow that tailbone to get a little longer. Fingertips reach a little longer. Allow the heart to melt in here. And when you are ready, slowly walk yourself all the way back up to a nice, comfortable seated position. All right. From here, let's go in and out of that forward fold a few times. So we're going to sweep our arms down, around, up overhead, reach up nice and tall, flip the palms, and take a bow towards yourself. Good. Now walk the hands in towards the shins. Slowly roll yourself up. Arms come down, around, up overhead, reach up towards the sky. Flip the palms, bow towards yourself. Hands walk in. Sweep the arms down, around, up. Reach the arms up, flip the palms, big, big stretch out in front of you, targeting the outside of those hips as we fold. Inhale, arms down, around, up. Last one-ish. Flip the palms, find a little stretch. Hands come in towards the body. Arms are coming down, around, up, and then pause here. We're going to take our right hand to our left knee. Our left hand comes behind us. Finding your spinal twist. Let's stretch that right leg off to the right side. Keep that back left arm behind us. Place it down to the ground so it should be flat, palm flat on the ground. And then the right arm is going to reach up and back behind us. So take a big, big stretch, just reaching to the wall behind you. Now we're going to slide that right hand down the right thigh. Left arm is going to cartwheel up and around to meet it. And we're going to find our way into that head to knee pose, dropping the forehead in towards the right kneecap. You could always bend into the back of the knee. Let's slowly walk ourselves all the way back up. Good. Now we're going to bend into our right knee, bring our right heel behind us. So the legs create sort of like this zigzag shape. If this doesn't work for you, you can always just keep the right leg extended. We're going to reach the arms up towards the sky, so arms are in line with our shoulders. Flip the palms so that they're facing forward and take a big bow out in front of you. Use the body weight here. As you lean forward, you're going to find a deeper stretch along the outside of the hips. Hands can come down to the floor, drop the forehead in towards the chest. If you feel like you've gone too far, you have a pretty easy exit plan. You can walk the hands back in towards the body. Nice. When you're ready, we're going to slowly walk ourselves in and then locate your strap. So we're going to do a movement. We're going to do it 2 times without the strap. And then the third time we do it, we're going to hold it for a little bit longer. So that's when I'm going to recommend you have the strap. So we'll do our first 2 times and then I'll cue you to grab your strap. But I recommend maybe just unlooping it. Sorry, having it so that it's nice and long. You could also fold it in half. Just have it nearby so that when we need it, it's ready for us. We're going to extend our arms out to either side. We're going to bend into our left elbow. Left hand comes back. Right hand comes underneath. Yep, these are our cow face arms. And then arms go out to either side. Okay, second time. Same side. Yep, and then arms go out. This time we're going to take our strap in our left hand, bend the left elbow so that the strap comes behind us along with our spine. Right hand comes underneath. We're going to hold this one for a little bit longer so you can walk your hands closer towards each other. Use the strap to help you open up that top elbow. Nice. Heart is open. Does this feel okay for everybody? Yeah. Okay. Good. Take a nice big inhale. Exhale it all out. Take another big breath. Exhale it all out. Good. Let's release that strap from behind us. You can just place it off to your side. And then when you're ready, we're going to undo the legs if we're not already there. We're going to straighten out that left leg off to the left side. So now we have our V shape. And we're going to go right down through center. So raise the arms up towards the sky, hinge forward, reach down, drop the chin in towards the chest, let those shoulders soften. We're not going to be here for too long, so if you're not perfectly comfortable, that's okay. See where we can add a little kindness and compassion to those extra stretchy parts of the body. Let's slowly walk our hands in. We're going to crisscross the legs. We're going to sweep the arms down, around, up, overhead, reach up nice and tall, flip the palms so that they're facing forward, take a bow towards you. Walk the fingertips in, raise those arms high to the sky, big, big stretch, flip the palms, a bow towards yourself. Walk the fingertips in, raise the arms up towards the sky, big, big stretch, flip the palms, extend from the shoulders. Last time, roll your way up, arms reach up towards the sky, take a pause, left hand to the right knee, right hand comes behind us, we find our way into our spinal twist. Okay, let's stretch that left leg off to the left side if we're not there yet. Let's plant that right hand down on the ground. Left arm is going to reach up and overhead. This just allows us to root the tailbone in. We can reach up and back and give ourselves that side body stretch. And then when you're ready, left hand is going to go down the left thigh. Right arm is going to cartwheel around to meet it. We come into our head to knee pose, dropping in towards that left leg. Good. As always, you could use your strap here to bring the floor closer to you or the foot closer to you. Or you can just settle in. Let's slowly lift up and out of this. We're going to bend into our left knee, bringing our left knee behind us. Okay, so we got our zigzag legs. We're going to raise the arms up towards the sky, big, big stretch, and then hinge forward. Pelvis tilts forward. Hands come down to the mat. Drop the forehead in. Slowly walk the hands in towards the body. Lift yourself all the way up. You can have your strap off to your right side. All right, arms go out to either side. We're going to bend our right elbow, left hand comes back, and then arms go out to either side. Bend into the elbows, arms go out to either side. Last one, grab onto your strap, bend into your left elbow. The strap comes in line with your spine. Left arm loops back. Pull the hands down, lift the shoulders up. Good. Or whichever side you didn't do last time. Take a nice big breath in, filling up and out. Breathe in and out. Last one, fill up and empty. Good. Remove the strap from behind you. Let's undo that left leg. Undo the right leg, both feet come out to either side. You can give them a little wiggle and shake. We're gonna raise the arms up towards the sky and let's come right down through center. Hands come down to the mat, drop the forehead in. Feel free to bend the knees. When you're ready, slowly walk yourself all the way back up. You can bring the heels together. You can bend into the knees. We're going to come to our hands and knees in our tabletop. So set yourself up there. Hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. Spread all 10 of the fingers out. And then when you're ready, we're going to move through our cats and cows. Drop the belly, lift the gaze, opening up along the front of the body. Exhale, tuck the chin around the spine, hang the head. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Good. One more time here. Drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, tuck the chin around the spine, hang the head. Come back to a neutral tabletop. We're going to take a step over to the right. So bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Drop the belly, lift the gaze. Out pose. Exhale, in round the spine, in the head. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Tuck the chin, round the spine, in the head. Okay. Hands are underneath our shoulders right now. Let's walk our hands out a little bit further in front of us and push the hips back towards the left. So the arms are stretching up and over to the right. That left hip bone is reaching back towards the left. You can let the head fall between the shoulders. You can lower down to forearms to make this more comfortable. Whatever feels right for you here, find that big stretch. Nice. Okay, let's keep our left hand on the floor. Raise the right hand up towards the sky as high as it'll go. So don't focus on stacking the shoulders, just push that right palm up. And then we're gonna thread the right arm underneath the left shoulder comes down, right side of the face comes down with it. So we come into a thread the needle up and over to the right. Good. Let's unthread here. If you'd like, you can send that arm back up towards the sky. Lower the hands down, walk the hands through center all the way over to the left. Both hands are underneath our shoulders. We're going to drop the belly with the gaze. Exhale, tuck the chin, round the spine. Good. One more time. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Perfect. Exhale, tuck the chin, round the spine. Walk the hands out a little bit further in front of you. So take up a little bit more space and then push the hips back. Nice. When you're ready, we're going to keep our right palm on the floor, send the left hand up towards the sky. Back of the palm reaches up, and then thread the left arm through. Left shoulder comes down, left side of the face comes down with it. When you are ready, let's unthread. If you'd like, you can send that arm back up towards the sky and then lower the hand down. Walk the hands back around to center. Reset your tabletop. So hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. And let's bring our big toes together and our knees as wide as they'll go so that we can press our hips back into a child's pose. Let the forehead sink down. Let the arms stretch forward if that feels comfortable. Allow yourself to take up space. And while you're resting here in child's pose, maybe rock the head from side to side. Awaken that third eye. We're going to pull ourselves forward into tabletop, and then we're going to stretch our legs long behind us so we can come down onto our stomachs. Hands are coming underneath our chin. Elbows will go out to either side. We'll start off by bending our knees and just windshield wiping from side to side. If this is uncomfortable, you can always place a blanket unfolded underneath you. Good. Even some of those knee pads can be helpful underneath the hip bones. Perfect. Let's stretch the legs long behind us. We're going to bring our right knee up towards our right shoulder. So use the inner arch of your right foot to push your right knee up a little higher. This will be our half frog pose. Again, you can support the knees using a knee pad or a blanket. The next few movements that we're going to do are going to be kind of building on each other. So think of it like a ladder. We're climbing up the ladder. There's no like pose at the very top that we're getting to, but we are just going to keep sequentially adding on top. If at any time you get to a point where you're like, this doesn't feel right in my body, you're always welcome to go down a step. So you can always move in or out of this. So I don't want you to feel like you're stuck somewhere that you can't get yourself out of. We always like a good escape plan. So step two, we're going to bring our elbows underneath our shoulders so we can lift our neck, chest, and shoulders up into Sphinx arms. This is going to allow us to stretch into that lower back. So we can kind of target that left glute. The left leg should be directly behind the back of our left hip. Hands are directly in line with our shoulders, and that right knee is still off to the right side. Okay, next step, we're gonna press into our right palm to straighten out our right elbow. Thread the left arm underneath, bring the left shoulder down, bring the left side of the head down, and then stretch the right arm back. So either the right arm is gonna hang out here in space, or we keep on rolling back until that right arm meets the floor. That'll bring us into a supine spinal twist. So similar to the stretch that we find when we're on our backs. Nice. Okay, so notice how your right ankle is almost on top of your left knee. So like we're almost in the positioning to create a figure four with that lower body. You're gonna bend into your left knee so that your foot can come to the floor. Lift your hips up and roll this so that you're in a figure four on your back. Yeah, we're really taking up the full real estate of our mats today. Here we are on our backs. All right. First, let's just rock this from side to side. So that left foot and ankle are going to guide that top right leg back and forth. Just take a moment to twist this from side to side. Let's first start by dropping the knees over to the right. So that right ankle is hooked on the outside of the left knee. It's just going to push the left knee down towards the ground a little bit so that you can find a stretch on the outside of the left hip, maybe even into that lower back area. Roll this back to center so the left foot is flat on the ground. I'm going to give two options here. So we are going to come into that reclining pigeon twist. Sometimes we call this our twisted roots, but I want to give another option if you want to go just like a step deeper. So you can either drop the lower body over to the left, that'll give you your twist, or you can press into your left foot to lift your hips, move your right hip bone all the way over to the right, and then drop the feet over to the left. So that gives us even more space to twist into. If you get there and it's too deep of a twist, you always know you can come back to get a step back down your ladder. Good. Everybody comfortable? We're good. Okay. Would you guys say anything if you like weren't comfortable? Probably not, right? Okay. Okay, we're gonna slowly come back out of this. So keep your figure four shape. Just roll that foot back to center. Okay, and then from here, we're gonna find our reclining pigeon pose. If you'd like, grab onto your strap. I have a couple of options here for how you can get into reclining pigeon. So first, you could just use your arms and loop behind the back of the left thigh, hug it in, send the left leg up towards the sky. You could use your strap underneath the ball of the left foot and send the left leg up towards the sky, and then pull the hands back in. That'll just make the arms a little longer. That makes the stretch in the shoulders a little bit less. Another way you could do this is you could take one side of the strap and thread it through the hole that you created with the legs, go around the front of the left shin, and then hold on to both sides, keeping that left knee bent. Or you can find another variation that you like. If that left foot is elevated in any way, feel free to give it a few circles, maybe point and flex the toes or squeeze the toes into the ball of the foot. When you're ready, we're going to start to come out of that reclining pigeon pose. So if the leg is elevated, we're going to bend it. If we have our strap here, we're going to take it out, place the left foot on the floor. Let's keep our left knee bent, but we're going to hug our right knee in towards our chest. Interlace the hands around the front of the right shin. Give that right ankle a few circles. Let's take the strap and loop it underneath the ball of the right foot and send that right foot up towards the sky. Good. We're going to fold the strap in half, taking it in our right hand and open the right leg all the way over to the right side. If this is too much for the hamstrings, you could always bend into that right knee. You could also stretch the left leg out so that the left leg is on the ground. Okay, if our left knee is still bent, we're just going to stretch it out long because we're going to take our right leg up and over to the left side. So switch the strap into the left hand, pull that right foot across the body, find your spinal twist. The right knee can either be bent or straight. That right arm can reach out to the right side, keeping the right shoulder glued to the floor. Good. Bring that right foot all the way back up towards the sky. Big, big stretch, pulling the toes in. Good. And then you can take the strap off of the ball of your foot. We're going to stretch the right leg out long to the left. We're going to flip ourselves over onto our stomachs. So roll yourself over back to where we started. Hands underneath the chin, elbows out to either side, bend into the knees, windshield wipe from side to side. Let's stretch both legs long behind us. We're going to bring our left knee up towards our left hip. So use the inner arch of the left foot to push the left knee up a little higher. Right leg is directly behind our right hip bone. Let's bring our elbows underneath our shoulders to lift ourselves up into our Sphinx pose arms. Hands are directly in front of our elbows, lifting up through the crown of the head. We'll press into our left palm, straighten out our left elbow, slide the right arm through, right shoulder comes down. Now the left arm is the one that's going to reach up and back. We can either just keep the left arm hovering in space or we roll all the way back until that left arm connects to the floor. Good. Hook our left ankle on top of our right knee and then press the right foot into the floor. You can lift the hips up just to realign everything here. Here we are in that figure four shape. Let's rock this from side to side so that right foot is rolling on the instep and the outstep of the foot, just guiding that top left leg from back and forth. Good. Next time that the knees drop over to the left side, take a pause here. That left ankle is hooked on the outside of the right knee. It just presses that knee down a little closer to the floor. bring this back to center, stay in your figure four. We're either gonna drop this over to the right side, or you can press into your right foot to lift your hips, move your hips all the way to the left edge of your mat, and let the feet and the legs drop over to the right. So that just gives us a little bit more space to twist from. If you're not really feeling that today, that's okay. You're ready? Let's slowly roll this back to center, keeping our figure four shape. We're gonna find a reclined pigeon pose, however you like to find it here. So you can loop the arms, you can use your strap to make your arm longer. You could thread it through the back of the thigh or the top of the foot. Lots of options here just to make this work for your body. Now, as always, we're bringing the pose to us. Nice. If that right foot is elevated, maybe circle around the ankle or point and flex the toes. You're ready? We'll slowly bend that right knee if it's elevated, right foot comes down. You can keep the right knee bent. We're gonna hug our left knee towards our chest. Give it a good squeeze, circle around that left ankle, point and flex the toes, whatever you need to do here. Just take the strap underneath the ball of the left foot and the left leg up towards the side. Find the hamstrings. Fold the strap in half. We're gonna open the left leg over to the left side. The right knee bent, or you can stretch the right leg long. If the right knee is bent, we're going to stretch the right leg out long and then bring the left foot up overhead and across the body to find that twist. Let's bring that left foot back up towards the sky. Maybe pull the toes in towards the body just to stretch through the back of that left leg. Okay, now take the strap off of the ball of the foot, place the foot down on the ground, stretch both legs out long. Keep yourself so that you are centered in your mat, so that you're in the middle of the mat, the head is supported, the legs are supported. I know we've kind of done some flippy flopping around here, so just put yourself back on your mat if you're not there. And then from here, let's find our block. You're You're welcome. Everyone got one block. That's okay. We're gonna lift our hips up and slide our block horizontally underneath our low back. And then take a pause here. Notice if there's any sort of tension, resistance. If not, take it a step deeper, hug the knees in. Again, tension, resistance, discomfort. And if not, you can keep on going, sending the legs up. We can always move the block around or shift it if we need to. While the legs are elevated, feel free to point and flex the toes. Stretch through the legs. The reason you are worthy is not because of anything you have or have not done. It's because you were woven together stitch by stitch, detail by detail. And because your body carries a soul that extends much deeper than your skin. It's because you have the ability to think and feel, choose and love and believe. To live with intention. To soak yourself in both sunlight and rain. And to come to the conclusion that you need equal parts of warmth and water to grow. How beautiful to know that we are not measured by what holds us captive, but rather than by what sets us free. When you're ready, we're going to bend into our knees, lower the toes, lift the hips up to slide your block out from underneath you. Let's stretch the legs out long. Reach the arms long behind us, giving ourselves a nice big full body stretch. Take a big breath in. Long breath out, arms reach up overhead and down by your sides. One more time. Inhale, stretch the arms up and back. Take a nice big stretch. Exhale, arms reach up overhead and down by your sides. Setting ourselves up here for the final resting pose. Give yourself a moment to be more comfortable. They are pointed towards the front of the room. This is intentional. This is the traditional direction that we practice yoga facing. So today we are sharing our collective wisdom with all those who have come before us. Good. Deep breath in and out. I'll guide you back when the time is right. It's just the thing, but I know the love is free. Not alone, it's a spirit. It's the only thing. Keep on. Some strange things you never knew. You can begin to slowly bring yourself back, wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes, taking a moment to feel how the body feels here, how the mind feels. Maybe you can tune into kind of like how the nervous system is feeling here, what this feels like to be regulated. You have cultivated the inner conditions that make understanding and connection possible beyond the mat. You are ready to show up for yourself and for others today. Let's give ourselves a nice big stretch, whatever kind of stretch feels right for you. And then draw the knees in towards the chest. Let's roll our way to our left side today, our more yin side, our softer, gentler side. Taking a pause once we get here, allowing this pause to set the pace for the next week, moving with stillness, clarity, and any inner wisdom that you may have gained from yourself during our practice today. Also allowing this pause just to set the pace until we meet again on our mats. Let's press our way up into a comfortable seated position, keeping the eyes closed, facing towards the front of the room, maintaining the stillness that we've created here today, all together. When you're ready, we're going to sweep the arms down, around, up, overhead. Fingertips connect right up at the top. Bend into the elbows. Lower the hands down. Plug the thumbs right into the heartbeat. Let's close this practice today and seal it all up with our 3 deep breaths. When you're ready, we'll take our first big inhale in. This one here is for you, for coming out and joining me, joining each other, showing up for yourself today, and all the good hard work that you've put into this practice. Take a second deep breath in. This one here is for someone who is personally close to you. This person may need this extra deep breath that you're taking for them today. And then a third and final big, big breath in. This one here is for all beings in the universe, no matter how big and no matter how small. May you be happy and peaceful. May you be safe and protected. May you be healthy and strong. And may you all be at ease. Namaste, everyone. Namaste. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.